Interesting. Hello. Hello, Harry. Hey, Jared. How are you? Hi. Happy Friday. Some people are previewing your live. Keep interacting to bring in more viewers. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the Red Keep. Hey, Chelsea. I want to know who's previewing. I've never seen that before. Hello, Leslie. Welcome to the throne room. Thank you, Chelsea. Hello, Hector. How are you? Hello, Cybolt. Let me go ahead and pin this. There we go. Hello, Jessica. It said that people will be previewing my live, so keep interacting, and I have no idea what that meant. Hello, country boy. Oh, wow. The rainbow on my screen is photo worthy. More like, wow, thank you. Well, that's very kind. I appreciate it. Hello, Bear Down. Thank you. What? You act like you've never seen this. You act like it's not obviously a dress from the show. Thank you, Chelsea. I appreciate it. What? No idea what you're talking about at all. There's something hidden in the throne that no one's noticed yet. Hey, Lou. Hello, Aegon. Aegon, I've got something for you. You ready? Is everyone ready? Thank you for that, Aegon. All right, Aegon, I saved this for you. Would you like some of Rhaenyra's tea? Hello. Welcome to the Red Keep. Tea? Thank you. Hi. Welcome to the Red Keep. Would you like some tea? No? Plague tea? Maybe. Sure. Here you go. And while you drink this tea, I have people rummaging through your house. Tea with 2 sugars? Hello, Uhtred. It's very nice to have you back. If you want rat tea, let me know if you want non-rat tea. If anybody wants tea for cramps, let me know. Hey, Preg Ranger, what's up? Baradon, I told them to ignore that. They're just looking for money. I know our girl is busy. Perhaps new rat catchers should be on the to-do list. You know what? Probably. Because, oh my. Thank you. Thank you, Lost Art of War. Because, guys, we're having a bit of a problem. I mean, look at that. By the way, we're going to talk about House of the Dragon. It's pinned down here on TikTok Shop. Along with... This is the skull of Balerion, the Black Dread. It is also on TikTok Shop. Thank you, country boy. It's got little candles around it. You can worship your own dragon skull. See, I remember that too. You can hang out there. I remember things. Hey, hon, thank you. What's the best thing about it? About what? Specify what is it. You didn't even finish the last episode? You got sidetracked? Yeah. The dragon skull, what's the best thing about it? It's got individual candles that lights up and it's Balerion, the Black Dread. I don't have to take anything else. The best thing about it is it's Balerion. And if you don't know who Balerion is, I don't know why you're here. The Black Dread. The father of Targaryen dragons. I don't have to explain myself to you, peasant. If that's not enough for you, you can go. There's the door. Go. Here, you want some tea on your way out? You plague me. You plague me. All right. We're sassy tonight. We're sassy tonight, guys. Thank you, Bear Down. We're talking about House of the Dragon. House of Rats. Pull up a chair. It's going to be served to you. It's going to be delightful. Yay! We're going to go over we'll talk about what's happened so far, and we'll talk about some rumors and some issues. You were born the year of the rat? Perfect. Pick one. There's even one up there between them. Oh my god, they can't be together because of the rat. Oh no. Hello everyone, we're talking about House of the Dragon. If you'll look down here on TikTok Shop, there's a magnificent list of curated items. Most of them have something to do with the dragon, like this. Also, this. Dragon egg, dragon skull. Pin down there. Go click down there and look at all the cool stuff. Look at all that. TikTok Shop has a whole bunch of House of the Dragon stuff, which I don't think a lot of people know. You have the dragon skull on your shelf? Yeah, I love this. It's a little mini of the one that they had on the show. Skull's very detailed. It's very cute. I have a, you know, like those Christmas villages? I have one that has, thank you, Winterfell and Castle Black. And Daenerys took both of those over. I have this, this is hanging out in front of Winterfell. Sorry. Ah! Oh! Not the bots having to already work pretty hard. Somebody help Jess. Anyway. It's the skull of Balerion. You have a baby dragon on your shelf? Hey. I love that. If you like dragons, I like you. You can't tell because of the ring light, but this one actually glows. I wish you could see. You can see a little bit. If it was dark, you could. This part, it like pulsates like it's gonna hatch. So, just click right down here. Not here, there. Just click right there. Yeah, do that. Do all the things. Click there. Look at things. There's also the Targaryen flag. And some more dragon eggs. And the books that you should read, by the way, 6-7. Black Phillip, don't come in here with your stuff. I don't want you to have to go, okay? The only politics we speak of in here are Targaryen politics. Would you like some tea? Welcome to the Red Keep. You feel happy tonight? I'm so glad. I'm glad you feel happy. Blackfield, calm down. Calm down. Okay? We're talking about House of the Dragon. You need to click down here. Look at the stuff on TikTok Shop. For the queen you chose. Obviously. Stuff is crazy? It is. It is. Where's Aegon? Aegon, what's going on? What's up for next episode? How about this? Put a 1 in the chat if you think Rhaenyra is handling herself very well. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she's in over her head. I'm just saying. Wait. I'm still astonished how they got the wrong Targaryen flag in the intro. Okay, guys, we have some drama. Hold on. All right. So, it has been brought to my attention. Hello. Shaka Rehashish Anhan Rehashish Andali. All right, guys. I'm gonna need my House of the Dragon people to tell me what's going on, okay? Because this is an actual picture from a behind the scenes for season 3 of House of the Dragon. I know it's season 3, but why does the dragon have 3 legs? Guys, I'm gonna need to know. Huh? It's a little bit different than a Starbucks cup, but I guess so. George said that it should have 2. Ryan Condell says that it should have 4. So is this meeting in the middle? Is that what this is? Is this compromise? Where is duty? They're not even trying. Nah, not a lot of things. No, they are not. They are not. And then basically there was one scene in the episode 3 that I was happy about. It was just this one. Hello everyone, we're talking about House of the Dragon. If you would click below, there's some really cool stuff that have to do with dragons. And a song of Ice and Fire. And Fire and Blood. This right here. This was it. All right, Aegon. Aegon said the scene looked horrible to me. Why? Why does Aegon say that? Because the dragons were incredibly blurry. I don't know if you guys noticed. I think all of the budget has gone towards the rats, so the dragons were blurry. By the way, if you like my opinions and want to listen to my voice, I review every episode of season 3 of House of the Dragon on my podcast. This is my podcast. It's a very hot podcast. I'm just kidding. Anyway, it's everywhere. Just look for it. You can go to the website. It's fantastic. I will continue to remind people of that because I'm very proud of my podcast. Yes. Fantastic, Rocky. Thank you. They made it so obvious he was standing on a sound stage with a green wallet. Aegon is correct. I loved the idea of the 3 dragons behind Daemon, but they were very blurry. I would assume CGI budget is probably wavering because they spent all their money on the gullet. Vermithor looked a little small, I'm not gonna lie. It was still my favorite scene though, because right now y'all's queen is struggling. I'm just gonna say. Yeah, at least in Game of Thrones, they superimposed the dragons on real life locations. That is correct. That's why Drogon looks so cool. Will spent the gullet was awesome. The first 2 episodes were good, yeah. Episode 3, Bree says spent their whole budget on episode 1. Likely yes. Likely yes. Why? I can't explain that. I can't. I have a question though. Hello, I'm the Southern Mother Dragons. We're talking about House of the Dragon. Just pinned below on TikTok shop. There is a rumor Helena is pregnant. Have y'all heard that? Why is Tessarian so small? Briar Honey, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Aegon says House of the Dragon is still using the volume stage in its shows, and he is correct. 100% correct. All right. Okay, Jessica says she heard. Who has heard? All right, Bree heard. Okay. So the rumor is that Helena is pregnant. Here's my question to you. If she is, hello Ricky Tiki Savvy, who's the father? Who is the father? Because she hasn't been around Aegon. Unless it was off screen. Any opinions on that? One of the shipmen. Possibly. It also may be Aemond. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Bear Down says Daemon. If you can't keep it in your pants, keep it in the family. That's very Targaryen of you. Chelsea says I think it was Aegon if she's already showing. Could be. Could be. Bree says someone from her visions. You know, probably. I wanted to get more dragons from store. Well, just click right down here. Just click down there. There's all kind of dragon stuff. There's eggs and everything. Everyone click down there. It's awesome. I don't know. There's a scene in one of the trailers that's Helena and she looks like she's like in pain, but she could be in pain from a vision, I guess. There's a child that's been left out of the story. And hello, Sarah. Sarah, would you like some tea? Welcome to the Red Keep. Tea? All right. I'm Team Black all day, but I gotta say I love seeing Aegon and Larys. Briar is correct. That is funny. I'm not gonna say that word, but happy birthday. I don't know if Helena is Aemon's type. She isn't his mother. That is correct. But she, maybe she wore one of Alicent's dresses. Guys, we're talking about a show that had Daemon eating at the Y with a vision of his mom. We've had Aemon try to make out with his mom. At this point, you know what? Helena's probably pregnant with Bloodraven's child. That's got to be it. Thank you, Bree. Bree has stickers because she's special. If you would like to be special, send a heart me. It literally costs 1 penny. You get stickers if you send me a heart me. Maybe it was dark. He only has the one eye. Could have gotten them mixed up. That's a very good point. Valid. Very valid point. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Jessica. Everyone knows my stickers are the best. If you guys would like to make it a little more authentic, that's fine. Hi, I'm Rhaenyra. I just got here. You want some tea? Someone bring me a pad. I'm sorry, all the cramp talk, it was weird. So, hello, I'm the Southern Mother Dragons. Welcome. We were talking about House of the Dragon. If you'd like to click down here, there's a lot of House of the Dragon items, including the book it supposedly was based on. But Fire and Blood is a really good book. You should probably check it out. I'm just saying. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Also, if you want to get a really cool dragon skull, I endorse this. Literally can go anywhere. Buy 5 of them. Or 7, if you like that. All right. So, everyone agrees there's a possibility. I don't know who you are, so it's a no. I didn't mean to invite anybody. All right, so what else Thank you, Alan. Sorry, Jasmine, I didn't mean to invite you. I was trying to tell somebody no.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
my
Sorry.
bad. Some
Bye.
dude kept requesting. Oh, by the way, say hey, Jasmine.
Me?
Yeah, just say hey. Say hey to
Hey,
everybody.
hey. I
Would
thought you
you
meant
like
say,
some
hey,
tea?
Jasmine. Oh my god. I can't with you.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
I had to. Do you see him right there too?
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, yeah, thank you for coming up, by the way.
Of course.
Everyone, this is my friend Jasmine, who
Hey.
has recently graduated from a really, really, really difficult subject. Would you like to tell them, Jasmine?
Oh. It's just, yeah, I studied electrical engineering, but
That
I'm
is
still doing
correct.
it. I graduated from community college, but I'm going to graduate in like 2 years from
Dude, you're
university.
doing it's engineering, it's electrical engineering. I don't care what college it is. It's impressive as hell. I couldn't do that.
Yes, you could. It's not
No,
that.
God, no, no, I could not.
Thank you
Everybody,
guys.
yes, look at there we go. Everybody congratulate Jasmine.
Thank you guys.
All right, Jazz, you can
All right.
drop down. I did not mean to bring you up, but I don't regret it at all.
Oh, well, I was just like, oh my god, she invited me. But it's
I
okay.
didn't even know you were in here.
I
But like some dude just kept like trying to come up, and I was like, I don't know you.
don't know you.
Bear Down says you got this.
I don't know. It's just like it's fun, but it's like male dominated, so it's kind of like hard to make friends. Not that
Oh
not
my
that men aren't
God, male
fun, but
dominated. I have no idea what that is. Really?
so it has its ups and its
Wow.
downs. But the men are nice. It's not you know I don't. It's hard to make friends with them.
Um, probably for that's probably for the best. Probably for now. I don't know.
Probably.
You're very attractive, so you probably get a lot of attention.
Brother, no, I'm not.
She's very humble, by the way. Do you know how long we've known each other? Do you know we've known each other for like it's almost like 4 years? Do you know that?
Yes. I was
Jesus,
just thinking about that the other day.
that's insane. No real guy is scared of a knowledgeable woman. That is true. That is true.
That is so true.
Yes, she is too young for you, bear down, but she appreciates it.
Yes, so I am. I wouldn't say I'm young. I feel like I'm getting older. Like this year, I was like, wow, I'm in my mid 20s.
You're a baby. He wants to know what kind of job you want to do.
Oh, I want to work for the Navy, building like sonars or something.
Something really simple.
It's just a way to track like animals for the submarines, so you
Isn't
don't
that
like hit
cool?
them.
She's worked very hard, guys. She really has.
Thank you, Bear.
And she's been through a lot. I'm very proud of you, by the way.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was like, oh my god, I remember the day me and Mother became friends, and I was like fangirling so hard.
It's just me. It's just goofy me. I'm basically still the same person. Not much
I,
has
I,
changed.
I was literally like a fan of you for so long, and then I don't know how I got into the Discord, but I did, and I was like, oh well.
Jasmine, you were one of the first people that were invited. I
I
made
was
it
so I was
so
like, oh
everybody could
wow,
talk. Yeah.
I was like, this is an honor.
Jazz, the honor is mine. The honor is mine, and we've known Aegon for the same amount of time, and Arthur, like that's
Mm-hmm.
OG. So I don't know. I think it's great. Yeah, she's very cool.
Thank you. Do you
I
know my
love that. I
grandfather?
love that there's like a group of us that have been together since like literally since I started going live. So that makes me happy.
Yep, we
All
have.
right, I gotta talk about TikTok shop stuff or I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
I have to be like
Um,
QVC but cuter. All right, let's do all the things. Everybody click on everything. Do all that. I
okay,
don't know if I
bye.
can
I can do
here.
it.
I don't know if I can drop you or not. It may not let me. You may have to do it yourself. Oh, there we go. All right. House of the Dragon. By the way, follow Jasmine. She's very smart, very attractive. Why not? She's smart and attractive. Why would you not? Yay, TikTok shop, I know. I'm so excited that I remembered to grab this before I went live. I do think that's cool. Look, it even has like the little individual candles. I don't know. I just think that's cute. By the way, it's down here. I'm not pointing at my crotch. I'm pointing at all of those things. Right? All right. Next. We're going to talk about predictions. We're going to talk about drama. All of it. Because that's the fun part. Okay. I've seen some things. And I've seen some stuff. And some things. Okay. Ryan Condal did an interview. And he was questioned about the decision to cut Aegon and Viserys from the Battle of the Gullet. Has anybody seen that? Chelsea, guess what? Every Halloween, I give out to the little, the little kids come first, right? And that's like my favorite. I give out dragon eggs with candy. Obvi. That's my thing. Because, like, obviously the little kids don't know who Daenerys is, but their parents do. And, like, it's usually, she's a dragon princess. Go and you'll get an egg. It's really fun. Thank you. Thank you. I enjoy that very much. I've done that for the last 3 years. Because, like, it's expected of me, obviously. But no, it's really fun. I know, Brie, like, I figured out that I could get plastic dragon eggs and, from there. But I only give it to, like, I make, like, 20 or 30 of them. Because after that, it's the bigger kids. And, like, I don't know, the little ones that come toddling up and are like, wow, those are my faves. Jasmine, we are what we are. And we are very similar. Mm-hmm. The houses that have the cool stuff and always give you something different, like, that's like a memory you kind of keep with you. So I'm happy I get to do that. And I always have a dragon, like, in a window. God knows I have enough. Sometimes I have one upstairs with a light behind it. Actually looks really cool. I'm just saying. Okay. So people wanted to know why Aegon and Viserys are not involved in the Battle of the Gullet. What is that? Like, who are they? Okay, that's Rhaenyra's, like, youngest kids. The reason people were questioning that is because Jace, just passed away. In Fire and Blood, that's why he is in the Battle of the Gullet, is because he's like, ooh, that rat moved. He's going to protect his brothers because he's like, they've already taken one brother from me. I'm going to go protect the others. So some of the motives changed, and it also changed his death because he wasn't going to protect his brothers. But, I mean, he was going because he thought his mom was walking into a trap, so. Yeah, Brie, yeah, same. Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, they asked Ryan Condal, like, why did you change that? And it's a very odd comment. So, Rhaenyra and Daemon's sons are basically babies. And on television, babies aren't characters, they're props. You're dealing with practical concerns that these children can't act because they're 4 years old. It's not safe for them to do action scenes, and you can't create a child in CGI and make it realistic. Okay, here's my problem with that. He's changed the age of countless characters. Why didn't you slightly age them up? You didn't have a problem changing Alicent's age. I mean, I thought that was so weird. Babies aren't characters, they're props. I don't know. I just find that odd. I think he just didn't want to deal with it, honestly. Or maybe he thought nobody would care. I don't know. Exactly, Brie. It's a cop out just cuz. Just cuz. You know, just cuz. Obviously. Hello, Steven. How are you? Hold on, I'm about to switch something up. Because I really want people to see this. Guys, this has been out of stock for the last 3 live streams. This is the book I tell everybody, if I could recommend one. Obviously, it's A Song of Ice and Fire, but I'm talking about a supplementary book. By the way, would you like some tea? I'm just going to keep doing that. This book is the one I wish everyone would have. This is Rise of the Dragon. It's the illustrated history of House Targaryen. I love this book. The artwork is amazing, and it's finally back in stock. So it makes me happy that it was out of stock, because that means people are interested. I have 2 copies of this book. One that I can write in and highlight, and one that keeps nice. So if I could recommend anything, it would be that. All right. So that's a new thing that people are talking about with House of the Dragon. Okay. Another thing that has come up are the costumes. Again. The costumes have come up because people are doing comparisons with other shows with like a smaller budget, and people are really irritated that the costumes are just not giving, and they haven't. The last time we saw color was in season 1, and that was just for a second. A lot of people are really disappointed in Helena, what she wears. Yeah, that's a whole thing. This one and the off-white one, ugh. Even comparing them to Game of Thrones, Dany and Sansa have beautiful costumes. Chelsea's correct on that. It's astounding. I don't understand it. If I can find it, I'll show you guys. But there are background characters that are better dressed than the main characters in House of the Dragon for some reason. I don't know why. I really don't. I have no idea. But that's a common thing that I've seen a lot. Also, people are comparing the costumes from House of the Dragon to A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Specifically the armor. I made a post about that. The armor in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms looks better than the armor in House of the Dragon, and we know A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms had a much lower budget. Bree says, I agree, they're drab. It's supposed to be their golden age, and it's giving off the rack. Exactly. That is the issue that people have. This is supposed to be the golden age of Targaryens. You wouldn't know it by the costumes and the lack of crown and jewelry. You would not know it. I will tell you this. If you compare the costumes of House of the Dragon with when the Targaryens arrive in A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, huge difference. Huge difference. Funny enough, if you didn't know the history, you would probably think the Targaryens were doing better during A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Obviously, lack of dragons, but the armor and the costumes are just better. They're a lot better. Clothes are supposed to tell you about the character, their house, alliance, station, past, and emotions. Yes, this. And I will tell you, Brie, we got spoiled with Michelle Clapton in Game of Thrones, because that is exactly what she did. There were small details to the costumes in Game of Thrones that most people didn't even notice. You know, like Sansa's bird theme. I mean, there was dragon scale inside of Daenerys's coats that like nobody even saw, but it was there. Like, these are all things. Like, Daenerys's wedding dress was made specifically crossed over like that so she could be unwrapped like a gift. Like, these are all things that we had. Sansa's iconic dark Sansa outfit, and it had the circle with the needle through it. Like, that goes back to when she wanted to just be a lady and do her embroidery. And then she's just like a badass chick, which I wish they would have kept the badassery, but that's fine. Hello, Daniel, how are you? So that's been an issue since season 1. We haven't seen color since season 1. Now, something that they have spent money on that I find interesting. Hello, by the way. I'm the Southern Mother Dragons, and we're talking about House of the Dragon. Look at all this cool stuff on TikTok Shop. I would like to show you a picture because I can. This is Rhaenyra Targaryen in her recliner on Syrax. This is Daenerys Targaryen with no saddle on Drogon. I just want everyone to just look at that. That's why I'll never be jealous of Rhaenyra. Ever. Rhaenyra's mad. She threw a rat at me. How dare you? I wonder if it'll stick. There. It's sniffing the other one's ass. Thank you for the follow. Or yeah, they might attack. It's just double-sided tape. Don't tell anybody. The fact that I purchased plastic wraps is basically all you need to know. Thank you. I do try. I do. Obviously, if you love me, send me a heart me. Literally costs a penny. It makes TikTok happy. Very happy. All right. Wait a minute. Let's look at this one more time. Sorry. Thank you. I'm just saying. Somebody has a lot stronger thighs than someone else. And you can die in a fire. Dracarys. All right. Some people just don't understand. They really don't. Okay, so other things that have gone on. Same rat. I guess we'll let him go. Here's the thing. Oh, good. I have this saved. Okay. Everybody got really excited when we saw this. This is Targaryen. This is the Blue Queen. Okay, do you see Targaryen is apparently caged, sort of? Look at her. Do you see her screaming? Distress. This is a distressed dragon trying to reach their rider, right? Okay. Makes sense, right? And then you see the guy right there? That's a dragon keeper. Okay? Okay. That's Targaryen. That's Daemon's dragon. Just keep that in mind. Now, I'm sure everyone remembers this. This is also Targaryen. And that is fake Daemon, right? You see the glance? Just a glance. That is not the same behavior we saw in the previous image, correct? Hello, I'm good, thank you. Right? Okay, a big problem I have with it is that they're acting like Daemon wouldn't have noticed that. That doesn't make sense at all. Daemon knows more about dragons than literally anybody. Hey, I just got a message from Arthur that he's been blocked. Can somebody check on that? And for the love of God, please unblock him. I don't know. Thank you. And will you send him a message and tell him he's been unblocked? I have no idea why he would be. Daemon should have been called Daemon the Observant. Thank you, Chelsea. Like, this is the character that while he, yeah, this is the character that was doing research about dragons and dragon eggs when he was in Essos. And you mean to tell me he's not going to notice? Again, I talk about this. I talk about this on my podcast. Daemon Targaryen is going to notice that the kid walking over is distressed, but the dragon isn't. And as people have brought up, seriously. Okay. That's concerning. Hello, Chris. Daemon would have noticed. Daemon also wouldn't have let the Hightower army leave with a sizable dragon. Doesn't make sense. Wait, why was he blocked? He's been around for a while. I don't know. What did he do? Yeah, guys, can we chill out? Because, like, 3 people have accidentally been blocked. So, I mean, yeah, block people that are rude, but, like, 3 in one stream? Like, I know it's a lot, but, like, damn. Sorry, Daniel. I didn't block you. I don't know. I love y'all, but come on now. Everybody knows Daniel. He's literally OG. Can we not? Thank you. How did I meet my husband? Which one? I like this question. I was sold into slavery for my first husband. I mean, I met him before the wedding so he could check me out and make sure I was good enough. And then my brother sold me. My second husband was for peace and a political alliance. I didn't like him very much at all. Actually had a dream that we were, and his thing was ice. I had a nightmare about that. I really didn't like him. Mm-mm. And he doesn't like me. Because, like, while I've been gone, he's been having time with his hoes. That's my second husband, which I plan to do something about later. My first husband, I had to smother because he was a vegetable. I don't know what I'm going to do about the second. Probably something similar. Or I don't know, when I get back to Marine, maybe he'll already be gone. I'm hoping. Yes. I much preferred my first husband. I got very lucky with that. Does that answer your question? Hello, I'm the Southern Mother of Dragons. We were talking about House of the Dragon. If you're curious, there's some really cool stuff down here on TikTok Shop. the book that inspired House of the Dragon, the books that inspired Game of Thrones. Also cool stuff like this. The Skull of Balerion. The Black Dread. It is really cool. I'm never going to have anything down here that, like, I don't like or have. Actually, I'll pin that because I think it's cute. Here we go. Look! Yay! And it's shiny. And you can turn it off to save the battery too, by the way. I wish you could see that this one lights up. Just know it does. And it's really pretty. But you can't see it because of the ring light. But it says House of the Dragon. It's pinned down there too. Daniel, you know that. Come on now. Thank you, Hunt. All right. We are speaking of predictions and grievances. Would it be cool to get a license to fly dragon? Honey, if I don't need a saddle, I damn sure don't need a license. Thank you, Uhtred. Ah, I love what I do. All right. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so we talked about last live stream about my theory with you guys that we kind of constructed together, which I think is adorable, that Rhaenyra may not be having her Shark Week. She may have been cut by the throne, and she's trying to cover it up. In Fire and Blood, the rumors were that she was cut by the throne, but it's also described as like blood running down her leg, so it could have been either. I don't know which way that's going to go. Here's something interesting. This is the difference. Okay, this is Aegon, obviously. In the show, he's lounging on it and he does not get cut, which is weird. In Fire and Blood, he's in like full armor and the throne still cuts him. Isn't that crazy? Fire and Blood is pinned down there too in that list. Oh, hello, Pendragon. If you go look down there, I've got like a very affordable copy of Fire and Blood. I always pin the cheapest ones I can find. So Fire and Blood's down there. Again, Rise of the Dragon is my favorite. It's down there. The Egg is down there. Like A Song of Ice and Fire, a really nice, affordable paperback version of A Song of Ice and Fire. That's what I recommend. They're wonderful books, and it's not super expensive, and the artwork is pretty. Show Aegon was so comfy as king. Yeah, he was chilling. And not worried about getting cut at all. I'm very curious to know if we're right on that. Because I will tell you, guys, if Rhaenyra actually has been cut by the throne. All right, in case you don't know this. Uhtred, probably not. In the show, they claim he has the armor of Aegon the Conqueror. In Fire and Blood, it's probably just really expensive. He's part Hightower, and they got a lot of money. Not to mention, I mean, obviously, the Targaryens are supposed to be at their peak, or whatever. What's gonna happen? I don't know if you're aware of this, but this fandom has some discourse. There are teams. You may not know this. Not everyone does. Sometimes I forget not everyone does. In Fire and Blood, the scene in House of the Dragon where Alicent comes out in her green dress. Well, in Fire and Blood, Rhaenyra actually has on a black dress. That's why you hear about Team Black and Team Green. In the show, she's not wearing a black dress, so it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I don't know. They didn't ask me. So if we see Rhaenyra has been cut by the throne, Team Green is going to like have a celebration. It's going to be a very big deal. A lot of people are going to talk about it. And then Team Black is going to be pissed because Aegon hasn't been shown to be cut by the throat, even though he said his sausage burst. I would think that's enough, you know? But the girls are fighting, and there's literally nothing anyone can do to stop it. They fight all day, every day, all over the internet. Not in my presence. I don't deal with that. When people try to bring that in my comment section, I quickly stop that and tell them I am team neither. I'm team dragon. Book Aegon couldn't catch a break. True. He really couldn't. But here's the thing that everyone needs to know. In Fire and Blood, you realize everyone's an asshole. Everyone's an asshole but Helena. Everyone is an asshole but Helena. Everyone is an asshole but Helena. Everyone's an asshole. Except like the little kids. Yes. That is what people don't know. This is not a hero story. There is no hero. If you want to feel bad for somebody, feel bad for the dragons. They don't have a choice. Everyone else is making choices. A lot of them bad. Very bad. Very bad. But, hey, look, they didn't ask me. All right. Okay, so... Okay, I'm kind of mad. This is a behind the scenes picture and not an actual, like, in it. But look, that's Emma and Matt. This is not in the episode. That's them just having a good time. If you want to, you can pretend that that was actually in the episode. I think Matt Smith probably has the most fun of anyone in the cast. I know, Brie. I had to show that because I thought that was adorable. All right. Just in case people don't know, I don't like this man. I don't know if I've mentioned that. Have I mentioned that? I don't like that guy. All right. Ugh. That is all the annoying. Thank you. I don't know why, but this picture of Daenerys is circulating. I don't know if it's because she has a nice ass or what, but like, it's cracking me up. I mean, it's a great picture. She does have a nice ass. I do too. You're not going to see it though. Okay, what else we got? Okay, I like this. I think this is really cute. Somebody did this. All right, so this is Caraxes. Okay, Daemon's dragon, Caraxes. He's a fan favorite. And then that's Vermax with his head at a similar angle. Daddy, kid. Dad, kid. Dad, kid. I think that's cute. It's continuity, man. I mean, now granted, like that's him like about to die, but it's fine. All right. And Syrax is the mommy. Okay. All right, I was telling you guys about like all the stuff about costumes. I forgot one of the shows they were comparing it to. Has anybody seen Merlin? It's a little old, but it's great. And a lot of people talk about it. So Merlin's costumers had a budget of 3 peanuts and a dream, yet Morgana never looked like a servant. These are the costumes from Merlin. Especially look at this one. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Daenerys in that, but yeah, Katie McGrath, yes. How are you? This is beautiful. Okay, a lot of people are irritated. Okay, some of the problem is that some of the more colorful costumes, Alice Rivers' upcoming costume has been grayed out with a filter. It's purple and they've made it like drab gray. So it's lack of color, and then they put that dark filter all over everything. It's just, for some reason, a lot of people need cold showers when they're in my presence. I don't know why. It's just a thing. Okay. I like this. I like this going over the grievances. Okay, this is just funny. Okay, just have a sense of humor, okay? So Daemon shows up, right? Christ crucified. Thank you so much for clicking down here. I have some really cool stuff. If you like Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, there's some books and some other stuff, including the Skull of Balerion, the Black Dread, right there on TikTok Shop. If you love me, you'll click down there and send me a heart me. That's all I ask. Just click on the list and send me a heart me. It's literally a penny. Okay. Daeron shows up with his beautiful hair, with no roots and no damage. Okay. We know in the show that Rhaenyra's sons catch a lot of shit because they have dark hair, right? Right? Thank you, Lucifer. Okay, somebody made this, and it's really funny. Thank you. This is Rhaenyra dyeing her son's hair. And of course, like the captions, like it would have made things a lot easier. Yeah, I thought you'd like that, Brie. I know, right? I thought you'd like that, Lucifer. Yeah. Think about it. Right? We have characters that dye their hair. Like, it's a thing. We have characters that dye their hair blue. I don't know, man. That's just hilarious. You gotta love. People talk a lot of crap about social media. It's also incredibly entertaining. Very much. I'm so glad you guys like that. I don't know why I've never done this before, but like obviously I can only do this like when a show is currently airing, because that's when like people are posting like funny stuff and also things that they're like, what? So I thought we would look at it. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay. I've been bringing this up. Guys, a huge issue in the storytelling of House of the Dragon is that Baela and Rhaena, people do not know that Daemon is their father. And I don't blame them for that. It's not specifically shown or talked about. It's a huge issue. Your family has all white hair? That's fantastic. Have you ever tried to bond with a dragon? Do you ever have weird dragon dreams? I'm just curious. I wondered if other people were frustrated by that. They actually are. Like that's their dad. You fly? That's fantastic. Look, that's their dad. People don't know. I know, Jess. Okay, Jessica, would you know? Would you know that those are Daemon's kids? No. Seriously. See, she said no. Come on. There are no... Your uncles look like that? Well, that's great. there are virtually no scenes with them together. And there's one scene where he walks past Bela and acts like an ass, and like it doesn't even make sense. Bela and Rhaenyra are Daemon's daughters with Laena. Which, again, yes, Chelsea, he just ignores her, which is very strange because they're actually supposed to be close. Which, again, what does that make you wonder? Why was Rhaenyra so ill-equipped with a dragon? When Daemon, if anybody, dude, you know what? He's not saying anything awful. Just let him go. If Daemon Targaryen's your dad, you're probably going to have a lot of conversations about dragons with him. I'm just saying. Then write your own masterpiece. I have. Oh, you don't like me being critical of House of the Dragon? Then why are you here? Are you here for the tea? Here you go. You want some of Rhaenyra's tea? Here you go. Take a sip. Of course, his name is John. How long's it been since we got a snow boy? Huh. Well, good to know they're still out there. All right. They get so defensive. It's so strange. Thank you. Anyway, these are Daemon's daughters. No idea why it's like that. I really don't. But I am glad other people noticed. Thank you. Thank you, Brie. Okay. Okay, this is funny. This is a funny moment. Okay. The scene where Daemon is like, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I almost forgot. Okay? So it's basically Daemon letting them walk away for like 10 seconds and then saying, oh, I almost forgot. I'm going to need Daeron. A lot of people really like that. Thank you. A lot of people really enjoyed that scene. Hello, we're talking about House of the Dragon. If you want to click down here, there's a lot of cool stuff, including a dragon skull. This is the only dragon skull on TikTok Shop endorsed by the Southern Mother Dragons. It's such a big deal. I'm such a big deal. My mom told me so. Anyway, a lot of people thought that was very funny. The joke is that that's not Daemon, it's the 11th Doctor. If you've ever watched Doctor Who, you get it. It's just the way he was like, oh, hold on. It was very Doctor Who. Anyway, you could tell Matt Smith enjoyed that scene. Reclaiming his power, that part was, yes, that was in character, yes. I totally get the people that are saying it's Doctor Who, though. I get it. Just means that Matt Smith, I'm sure he's a very entertaining person to hang out with. I have a feeling. Okay. All right, now here is the main picture. Okay, this is what is going around and people are like, what is the deal with queens and princesses in this show? Why are they wearing this? It's this. This is what they're talking about. I mean, I know they have jewelry on. I don't know why we don't see it. I'm not really sure of all of the off-white and stuff. And then whoever picks out the costumes for Helena, for the love of God, like, give her some color. She looks so, yes, Brie, it's drab. It's so, she looks fantastic in color. Like, the muted colors are just, yes, they're so basic. And then this is what they compare it to. Now, again, you guys know I'm always going to bring up Michelle Clapton. because she follows me on social media. Anyway, and we were served these things. Look at that. Come on, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. It's the same person. There's no difference. God, I love having fun. All right, this. Look at this. Michelle Clapton, we love you and we appreciate you even more than we already did. Even in basic colors, the gowns had texture and embroidery in Game of Thrones. See, I love y'all. I am so glad you're here. You see this? That is subtle dragon scale. And the cape and the top right here. Dragon scale. It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. Really does. Hello, everyone. We're talking about House of the Dragon. That's a huge grievance on social media, is the costuming. I get it. I get it. I do. Hello. All right. I will say this. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. This might be a serve. I'm really hoping. I think this is next episode. Massaria. That might be. Thank you, Brie. That might be really good. I have season 2 House of the Dragon. Haven't got around to watching it. That's funny. We have season 2 in this list down here. I'm going to unpin that and pin something else because it's fun. We'll go head back to that. Season 1 is better than season 2. Season 3 is better than season 2. Thank you, Jessica. You're currently rewatching Game of Thrones. What season are you on? Hello, everyone. I'm the Southern Mother of Dragons. We're talking about House of the Dragon. If you click down here, there are some really cool items and books that I own that I think you should do on TikTok Shop. This is what we do. And we are talking about season 3 of House of the Dragon. Not super spoilery. Maybe a little, but Fire and Blood's been out for a long time. Okay. Also, Alicent. Previous Alicent. Okay. Current. This is better. This is better. You're on season 6, just started reading the first book too. Injured, you have nothing better to do. That's the best thing you could possibly do. I'm sorry for your injury, by the way. Season 6 is very good. It's a very powerful season. It is. The season 6 finale is amazing. Would you like some tea? That's not going to make sense to you. I'm sorry. Anyway, welcome to Rhaenyra's throne. We have rats. And tea. And angry people. It's hard to understand when I'm autistic too. Well, you might as well follow me because I think every person that I'm close to and love is on the spectrum or at least has ADHD. So, welcome. Not that you could tell by the hyperfixation. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, welcome to the family. Do you have the Game of Thrones cookbook? It cracks me up. They have spaghetti. Chelsea, I have, I think, 3 of them. Your mom told you to follow it. Tell your mom I love her. And thank you. I love that, actually. That's adorable. Yes, ADHD, spectrum. We're all neurospicy. It is what it is. It's fantastic. I've got... I think I have two of the cookbooks and one that's inspired by, but I don't have the most recent one. We've had a lot of cookbooks. We have. A lot of lemon cakes. A whole lot. But it's cute, it's fine. Here's some artwork. It says Queen of Chickens. I approve of this. It's Helena. No, I do not. I do not sing well. I'm glad you think so. Not at all. It is not good. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I couldn't have every ability. That would have been weird. Okay. What else we got? Oh yeah, this is a big one. First off, Adam looked great. This is a hot topic. Oh, hey, no. Rhaenyra did not approve of Adam being legitimized, even though Adam has been incredibly loyal to her. And he's a dragon rider. The thing is, if you're in a war and you have somebody that's really loyal and he also has one of the dragons that's actually been in battle before, you probably want to keep him close. Hello, welcome. Do you watch House of the Dragon? We're talking about House of the Dragon. If you do watch it, would you like some tea? Nobody else is doing this, okay? Nobody else. It's up there. There was a rat up there, but it fell. There's a lot of rats right now. I can't really do a lot about it. Somebody got rid of the rat catchers. Yeah, Rhaenyra doesn't drink the tea because she's not having Shark Week. Thank you for the follow. If you're interested, click down here where there's a lot of cool things that have to do with dragons, Game of Thrones, and House of the Dragon, like this. This really cool dragon skull with candles. It's really pretty. I love it. One of my favorite dragons. You're like, you love all the dragons. Yeah, I do. You don't like drama? I don't either. That's why we don't have that in here. We don't have the team fights and like the big debates and stuff. We don't do that. Mm-mm. Nope. No. I'm all about peace. There's enough. Look, there's a lot that goes on, okay? When you hang out with me, you're going to be entertained and you're going to laugh. That's the whole point. Yes, thank the gods. No, we do not. We don't have any of that at all. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Oh yeah, here's another thing. Okay, so they were supposed to get married. Obviously, he's gone. They've already had her talking to Alan. Oh, that's cool. Oh, she does art. Brie, I agree. Best boy. I added new stickers. I try to do that. So happy Joffrey's no longer around. Game of Thrones Joffrey, I would assume. Look, say what you will. Joffrey always served with his outfits, and Joffrey was one of the few that was concerned about Daenerys Targaryen and her dragons. Of all people, Joffrey was. Interesting, huh? Yes. In House of the Dragon, Joffrey's about to come back. Rhaenyra has sent for him as he is heir. Yep. So, it depends on the show you're talking about. One is young and Rhaenyra's son, and one is not fond of pigeon pie. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Okay, that's just funny. What else do we have? There's just a lot of people that are not happy with the costumes. Oh god. Here, the pigeon pie. Yeah. Yeah. Still though. Rhaenyra about to do war crimes next episode. She's getting. Okay. Joshua, the crazy Targaryen thing isn't a thing. The only reason people believe the mad Targaryen thing is because there's been more Targaryen rulers than any other house. If you go look at the lords of every other house, you're going to see the same. The mad Targaryen thing is a trope that was created and pushed on Game of Thrones and is probably going to be pushed on House of the Dragon. It is tired, it is old, it is dusty, and it is wrong. And if you say something about the gods flipping a coin, I will flip you off. Hello. Welcome. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jessica. We need snow to be made. Oh, my sweet summer child. They could not figure out a way to make it make sense. So it's according to the show, but not the books. There's propaganda in the books of people that don't like House Targaryen that say that. Yes, Sunfire's alive. Yes, Sunfire's alive. Not in good shape. It's very sad. And I hope the show makes it different, but in the book, Aegon forces Sunfire to fly injured. It's very sad. Hey, Clary! Wasn't winter about to come as well in the books? Like at the end of the dance? Yes, Chelsea, winter is coming. Yep. The grass, even like the grasses of the Great Grass Sea has changed color. So yeah, winter is coming. It is. Was Daenerys' dad a nice guy? No. Most people don't know any of the background of that, though. He was kidnapped and tortured for like a really long time, and it didn't make him any better. Yeah, people have no food. Yeah. Pretty much. What bothers you about the mad Targaryen theory? Because it's just not true. It's just not true. I'm the Southern Mother of Dragons, dude. I spend a lot of time as a Targaryen. It's just not true. Watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. You should watch A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. There's some really fantastic Targaryens. It's just they went with a horrible ending for Daenerys that didn't make sense, and it seems like they're just going to do the same thing with Rhaenyra. The thing is, in Fire and Blood, Rhaenyra's she's a bitch the whole time. She doesn't go mad. Rhaenyra is literally, she's a bitch. Viserys is completely gentle. So is the kid on the night. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of decent Targaryens. I mean, yeah, there's just not as much focus. It is what it is. There's a lot of nice Targaryens. If you would like to look at a nice Targaryen, you can read Fire and Blood, which I have down here. Hold on. I'll show you. Since I'm all good at this stuff now. Or better. Where is it? There we go. This is Fire and Blood. It's $10.99. And this is the history of House Targaryen. Down here. TikTok Shop has it for $10.99, which is very good. In this economy, thank you. In this economy, a book for $10.99 is a good thing. Well, Joshua, thank you. I appreciate that. And then TikTok Shop always has like sales and coupons and like guaranteed shipping and stuff. So there you go. I always look for the one that's like the cheapest. So there you go. You can read the history of House Targaryen. It's 300 years before Game of Thrones. There's a lot of good Targaryens in this book. I also recommend Rise of the Dragon, which is also pinned down here. That's the illustrated history of House Targaryen. So it's a companion book to Fire and Blood that I highly recommend. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. And then I also recommend The World of Ice and Fire if you like Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon or Night of the Seven Kingdoms. The World of Ice and Fire talks about places that you've heard of and places you haven't. And you'll realize how large this world is. Hey, Jurassic, thank you. So, those are my recommendations. All right. Okay, I didn't really notice this that much. Rhaenyra's signature look was structured belts that emphasized her silhouette. I don't see that. While Alicent's signature accessory became delicate waist chains. Even during their secret meetup, they both maintained their wardrobe. The costume department really gave them two completely different aesthetics. Which do you prefer? I don't really think it's that. They're talking about this for Rhaenyra. I've just always thought they gave her a belt that was too small. It's always looked like that. The shoulders are always super wide and angular, and then the belt's always really tight. Not a fan. I don't get it. Not a fan. Who is my favorite Kingsguard? That's a great question. Barristan Selmy. Bree, that is correct. It is 1984 Business Targaryen, as I've said before. It really is. Barristan Selmy. You like how I talk different? I am so glad you do. But believe it or not, I don't think some people like it. Maybe it's an acquired taste. I'm not really sure. You feel like Rhaenyra looks like a dragon in some scenes? Sure. Hey. I mean, that's fine. I don't think Daenerys ever looks like a dragon, but She has big dragon energy. And yes, I will continue to say that forever. She has big dragon energy because she does. 100%. Okay, here we go. Viserys should have made Daemon hand. Yes. Viserys should have made Daemon hand. I agree. Wholeheartedly. Yes. If Viserys had made Daemon hand, those two would have complemented each other very well. They both have different talents and personalities. Had they worked together, it would have been fantastic. Yes, I agree. Yes. I am not from Southern Virginia. But I find that interesting that I sound like your mom. Your mom must sound beautiful and hot. You can tell her I said so. Hello, everyone. I'm the Southern Mother Dragons. We were talking about House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones, whatever you prefer. If you look down here on TikTok Shop, this is Fire and Blood. This is the book that kind of inspired House of the Dragon. It's $10.99. And it's a really good book. This is a history book. It starts 300 years before Game of Thrones. Yes, I get the Elsa thing a lot. Also, I have some other cool stuff. It's a whole, it's a list of things if you click on it. And Valerian Skull is on there. And so is Dragon Egg. That lights up. Would Daemon like Daenerys, or would he go against her? He would go against her. Daemon's already... Okay, are you talking about, show Daemon? Because if you're talking about show Daemon, he's already saying burn them all. So, Daenerys is trying to completely destroy the slave trade. Daemon's not real concerned with that at all. Show Daemon is not concerned with the small folk or the slave trade. Not at all. So yeah, they would probably not get along. I mean, you could argue possibly with Book Daemon, especially towards the end of the dance. Book Daemon, towards the end of the dance, is tired. That's why he agrees with Aemon that he's lived too long. Now, after he's seen some stuff, might be a different situation. So we'll say seasoned Daemon could possibly have some different opinions and get along with Daenerys. So I would not rule that out, actually. But I think everyone is a bit different towards the last quarter of the dance. They've either lost it, gone, or they're really tired, as I'm sure you can understand from, dragon battles and whatnot. But good question. And we're mostly talking about House of the Dragon, but I obviously don't mind talking about Game of Thrones at all. Okay. Okay, question, guys. What's going on with our girl, Vhagar? Where is she? Now, the rumor is that we didn't see her because of CGI cost. Probably. Where's Vhagar? And why has no one seen her? Where is she hiding? Now, I know we've seen Aemon have her with a couple leaves on top of her and she somehow is invisible. But we know Aemon's at Harrenhal. Where the hell's Vhagar? Because they've been trying to keep tabs on them. I want to know where in the hell is Vhagar the big dragon? Where do you hide her? Do you think Sir Duncan join Daenerys or stand up to her like he did Arya if she did something bad? Show Daenerys isn't canon. She doesn't do anything like that, nor would she. If you want to change that to Cersei, Duncan would stand up to Cersei. Yes. The whole point that Sir Duncan the Tall makes is, and he does this in the novella and also in A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. He's literally telling them, hey, look at Aegon. He's an ass. If you want his brother to not be that, let me take him and let him literally learn what it's like to be a real regular person. That's the whole point. Why does Daenerys relate to real regular people? Because that's who she was around. They stayed in some nice places, but they had to sell their mother's crown in order to buy food. They had to leave in the middle of the night because, word would come that someone was going to get them. She didn't grow up in a castle. She didn't have, all this luxury. She was sold into slavery. So she relates with that. So she wants to break the wheel. So that you're either gonna have a ruler that grew up in a castle and they're bougie and they have no connection, or you're gonna have somebody that actually gives a damn, which that happens some, or you're gonna have somebody that goes through something that gives them a different perspective. And that's what Dunk is trying to do with Egg. Give him a completely different perspective. She had a solid foundation instead of never considering the consequences. Yes. No, I did not watch the World Cup. I don't care about any of that. Yeah, what Jessica said, we don't care about sports. We care about dragons. The closest thing to a sport I'm going to care about is a tourney. People say Aaron was mad. No, he's just an ass. Chelsea, do you know about Book, Aaron, by chance? He thought he could become a dragon. D, I'm so glad you're liking House of the Dragon Season 3. Have you read Fire and Blood? Click right down here. There's a bunch of cool stuff. I don't know what that means. If it's offensive, then you can leave. I'm not sure. I have no idea. Not a clue. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. But there's actually a character in A Song of Ice and Fire that's not in Game of Thrones, and he calls himself Aegon. It's a long story. But his whole thing is that he's a Targaryen. And he was raised by regular people and taught to fish and all that stuff, and that's supposed to make him a great ruler. That's a reoccurring theme. My favorite dragon in House of the Dragon? I love that question. Thank you. I respect Vhagar very much. I do love her. She has seen amazing things. But just based off of personality, look, it's Caraxes. Caraxes is my favorite. He is very interesting. His dragon bond with Daemon is very strong. He sounds like no other dragon. He has a neck that's literally like a throwback to fireworms. He has a nickname, the Bloodworm. Like, I love Caraxes. Vermithor is a fantastic favorite dragon to have. Absolutely fantastic. Vermithor has also seen a lot of cool things. He has a dragon wife, which is Silverwing. They've been together for a long time. They're very fond of each other. I hope that is shown in the series. I don't know if it will be, but They've been a couple for many years. Who's more cruel, Aerion or Viserys? That's a good question. I'm gonna say Viserys. Aerion was obsessed with dragons, but he wasn't obsessed with taking that out on people. Viserys is angry. You have to understand, Viserys is old enough to remember being the heir. He's old enough to remember his dad on the throne. And then them having to run and leave. Like, there's a lot that's not in Game of Thrones. And some of it explains Viserys. I'm not defending him. I'm just giving you some background. Rhaegar is the other brother. Rhaegar's wife and children were in a really horrible way. Really bad. Really bad. And then they're like hidden away and barely make it, and then his mom dies in childbirth. And then they literally have barely anything. I'm not excusing his behavior, but that life and what has happened to him has made him bitter. And so he's not nice. Aerion is just obsessed with dragons and off. Viserys has got trauma that he never dealt with. Massive amounts of trauma. And probably some other stuff. So I would say Viserys is more cruel. Because Viserys has experienced cruelty. Aerion's just an ass that gets obsessed with dragons. Is that a good answer? Hopefully. Probably a longer answer than you wanted, but that's fine. Okay. So I would consider Viserys more cruel. See, I'm not biased. I mean, thanks, Brie. So, did anybody have a guess where she is? Okay, here's a question. I wouldn't have a problem with this. Are they gonna make Alice Rivers very witchy to the ability that she can hide Vhagar? What do you think about that? What if that's it? What if she can use some witchy power and hide a giant dragon? You like that? Okay. I kind of thought about that the other day. Yeah, dude, like, stop talking about the cold shower. David's been around for a while. He's just real worked up right now. I'm not sure why. I'm always this pretty. So, David, honey, just, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. This is why I don't sell body pillows with my face on it. It's a joke. It's a joke. Although, if there's never mind. If you would like to buy something, look down here. I've made a list of really cool stuff that I actually own that has to do with Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, all the fandom. Thank you, Prize. I mean, I could. I just don't want to know what those pillows would go through. Right? Okay, so people do like the idea that maybe Alice has been able to hide Vhagar. Hey, if it's never explained, we're just going to assume. Jess does need to do that. Who is more honorable, Ned Stark or Sir Duncan? Oh. Ned, but let me tell you why. Sir Duncan the Tall grew up in Flea Bottom from nothing and learned a lot of humility. Ned is Warden of the North with Winterfell. They were kings in the past before conquest. Dunk has never had much. Ned has. Ned has power, and he never let it change his morality. That was Ned's problem when he went south and became Hand of the King, is that he brought Winterfell morals to King's Landing. So I say Ned is more honorable, but only because his honor has been tested in a much larger way than Sir Duncan. But I'm not saying Sir Duncan's not honorable. He is. And he gets even more so. So I hope that makes sense. It'd be a lot more difficult to keep your honor when you're responsible for so much than not. Right? Make sense? And also considering Jon's parents and what he did to protect Jon, that. Ned went through a lot. His dad and his brother were burned. Like, Ned has a lot of reasons to not be nice, and he remains himself. So I think that is incredibly impressive. It's not good for the Starks when they go south. It's not great for the Targaryens when they go north. It is what it is. But thank you for the question. I appreciate it. I like questions very much. All right, yet another post about the wardrobe. People are really riled up. All right, let's see. Oh, here, this is a good one. Okay. A lot of people don't know this. Who's crazier, Aerys or Maegor? Aerys is crazy because he was tortured for years. Maegor was just born mean. Maegor is mean. So is Aerys. It's like two different types. Both taken out because the world's better without them. That's like 6 one way, half a dozen the other. You know? Aerys did horrible things, so did Maegor. That's really difficult to say. It depends on what you consider. So, that's two really dark characters. Very. I mean, you could say Maegor's worse with the Black Brides, but then at the same time, Jaime's POV tells us what Aerys was like to his wife, so not great. Neither great. Not at all. Hello everyone, I'm the Southern Mother Dragons. We're talking about Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. This is Fire and Blood, the book this House of the Dragon is supposed to be based on. If you click there, there's a lot of cool stuff in that list, including a dragon skull. Looks like this. It's Balerion, the Black Dread. It lights up. So click down there on TikTok Shop. There's a lot of House of the Dragon stuff on TikTok Shop. Okay, just in case you didn't know. Yes, I love Lord of the Rings. Okay, so this is the Iron Throne in House of the Dragon. Which is an upgrade from the Iron Throne in Game of Thrones, right? This is the actual Iron Throne. This is what George says the Iron Throne is. Big difference. A lot of people don't know that. Thank you, Brie. Yep. Now, if you look at that, do you see why people would get cut by it? And it'd be a lot easier, right? Yeah. I think it'd be kind of impossible not to be. Would you rather see Nymeria or the 9 Voyages? George's version is much better. It would be way more expensive. And then you couldn't have the cool scene from House of the Dragon where Viserys defends Rhaenyra and makes his way up, because there's no way he could have made it that far. Bless his heart. Thank you. Probably the 9 Voyages. I think the 9 Voyages would probably fare better because I think people could relate to it more. Nymeria's story is very, very interesting. My only thing is, with Nymeria, you run the risk of people not feeling connected to it. Like Blood Moon, they spent all that money on that pilot, and it was so far back, and there wasn't a lot of source material. No one will ever see the pilot. They spent millions on it. Nymeria worries me because I don't know how many people are going to be into it. People kind of need something like, obviously you're going to have new people come in, but you want new people, and then you want the current group. It's a risk. It's a risk. I would say there's other things that would probably be safer. Now, at some point, like let's say we get Aegon's Conquest, it does great. Night of the Seven Kingdoms keeps going as it has, great. Let's say House of the Dragon ends well. People are pleased with the ending. Let's say we get the Doom, or Valyria and the Doom, and that does well. Then I can see delving into that. But I think we need expansion before. Like, we need a baby step, because we've already had a couple hiccups. And that's I'm being real nice when I just call it a hiccup, that have people kind of leery. Something about Game of Thrones ending, and then season 2 of House of the Dragon. So I think we need some strength, and we need to make some safe bets from now on. Otherwise, we risk not having anything, if that makes sense. Bree agrees. Yeah. Let's keep it secret, keep it safe. That was the Lord of the Rings reference. All right. Okay, this is funny. I've seen this before. It's like George Martin. I should say RR. I love all my characters equally. Also George. But I mean, that could go for Daenerys too. But he does love Daemon. I don't think anyone else was ever considered for Daemon other than Matt Smith, which I love. Thank you. Hey everyone, we're talking about House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, and another rat. Welcome to the Red Keep. This is Rhaenyra's Red Keep. I wish it would squeak. It doesn't squeak. That's very disappointing. If you click down here, that's Fire and Blood. That's the book that House of the Dragon is supposed to be based on. Also, there's a lot of other things down there that are really cool, including the books A Song of Ice and Fire. Do you think Rhaenyra should legitimize Corlys's sons? Rob, yes. God, yes. 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 Corlys has been there for her since day one. Alan is an asset. He's very strong. He's a good leader. He knows ships. Adam is a dragon rider with one of the few dragons that's been in battle. You don't want to lose him. Those are three people you do not want to lose. Yes, she should have legitimized them. Actually, she should have thought of it before Corlys even brought it up. This is not a good part of the dance, and it's going to get worse from now on. Allies, as Jon Snow kept saying. We need allies. I think he said that about 8 times. Should Ned have taken the throne instead of Robert? I don't see any situation where Ned would have. It's hard to even imagine. He didn't want it. I don't want it. I never wanted it. I never asked for it. Should he have? I don't know how well Ned would fare on the throne. Unless he literally removed a lot of people and brought a lot of people down from the north. I mean, it would have been really hard for him. Could he have done it? Yeah. The thing is, though, if you're at Winterfell, and I mean, he was basically a king. Nobody messed with the North. They're just a different type. They're different because they're used to living in a really harsh environment. And in the North, people are very helpful of other people because it's a difficult place to live. King's Landing is a lot of backstabbing, a lot of bribery. Those are just not Ned's strong points. The only way Ned Stark would want to be king is if you literally pretty much cleaned out King's Landing. You know what I mean? Like, do I think Jon could do it? Yeah. But Jon and Ned are different. They're different. You're the real king of the North? Prove it. Prove it. I know you're not, because if you were, you would know it's the king in the North. It's not king of the North, it's king in the North. So if you were, you would probably stylize your name correctly. Thank you. Your way has no validity. It's not correct. There's no king of the North. It doesn't exist. I love it when people think I don't know things. All right. That was enjoyable. La 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 la. What else we got? Okay, I don't know what that is. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica. Okay. I'm going to show people this only because I find it interesting. All right, so this is a behind the scenes photo of Daenerys. This is Daenerys in her viewing dress. This is when Khal Drogo just comes by to check her out, make sure, okay, yeah, that's what I want. Why is this interesting? Because we never get to see Daenerys' shoes very often. She wears boots almost always. We do get to see the boots, but in her early dresses and when she's in Karth, she actually wears shoes. And these, you can see, are kind of like a platformed sandal. And there's like the mark where she's supposed to stand. So I'm just showing that because I want to. That is all. Thank you. Just something you don't see very often. You don't get to see her shoes. All right. What else? Good God, people are really irritated about the costumes. I'm sorry. It is what it is. All right, this is a question that's on social media that I want to address. Someone asked, if dragons share deep emotional bonds, why has no dragon ever been shown? Thank you. Why has no dragon ever been shown mourning another, especially Syrax after losing her offspring during the dance? If you're speaking of the show, Syrax does mourn when they're on the beach and they both lost a child. If you're speaking as in canon book mourning, I'm not going to say who, but I will tell you this. There's a bonded pair of dragons in Fire and Blood, which is this book down here. Click right here. It's only $10.99 on TikTok Shop. And it's the history of House Targaryen 300 years before Game of Thrones. There's a bonded pair of dragons, and one of them passes away, and it was witnessed that that dragon's mate found that dragon that had passed and tried 3 times to make the dragon rise. It's heartbreaking. It is gut-wrenching and heartbreaking. But that is canon. That occurred. Bree, same. I'll be devastated. Do I think Daenerys and Elsa from Frozen could have been friends? Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any reason not. Daenerys is nice. Elsa becomes nice, so sure. Why not? I look like that one girl from Lord of the Rings or something. It's probably not Lord of the Rings. It's probably Game of Thrones. I'm just guessing though. If you could name one knight from any of the books to be your protector, who would you choose? Y'all are going to get tired of my answer. Aaron, hello, sweetheart. Barristan Selmy. Guys, this is Erin. This is Missandei. She cosplays Missandei in the most beautiful way. She also cosplays many other characters. She's incredibly talented. No, I have not met Amelia Clark. I would love to, though. Guys, please follow my friend Erin. She is amazing. She's the best Missandei cosplayer that's ever existed. Ever. And my dear friend. She is amazing. She loves Star Wars, Disney. She's one of the most real people ever. Much like Missandei. She's an absolute angel. But yeah. I'm just telling the truth. It's just the truth. Everybody tell her she needs to do a live stream with me soon. I adore you. And I know you're busy. One day, though. One day. People miss seeing your face. It's a very pretty face. Good. You don't even have to dress up. We can do... You want to do a casual? We'll do a casual. Just so people can hang out with you. People love it when Erin goes live. She's so nice. Yes, I have 2 of them. Thank you so much for noticing. I take it you're not someone that sees them often. Only your moms. Now, I'm only showing this because I want to. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's pretty badass. We're talking, hey everybody, I'm the Southern Mother Dragons. We're talking House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones. If you look down here, this is Fire and Blood on TikTok Shop. That's the book that House of the Dragon is supposed to be based on. It's $10.99. Also on TikTok Shop, this is Balerion, the Black Dread Skull, and it lights up. It's also in that list. You should click on that. It's really cool stuff. I'm really cool. Shades, I've done that plenty of times. I've kicked people out of here with the Common Tongue or High Valyrian. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. But if you would like me to say the word, just tell me, I will. I don't have a problem. You're very nice and you ask good questions. The only time I don't do what people ask me to do is if they're rude about it. Or demanding. I don't like that either. That's just pretty. I'm just showing you this because it's pretty. That's just pretty. That's all that is. Gorgeous beasts. They're not beasts to me. That's just a pretty dragon. Alright, that's Drogon. And by the way, speaking of Erin, there's Missandei, not a bit scared at all. Nobody ever talks about this. Look. Look at his teeth. Look how big his teeth are. His teeth are the length of half her arm or more. And look at her. Chill. Let's give her credit, okay? Also, Grey Worm right here. Also not bothered. Also, season 3 of Interview with a Vampire is great. We are so proud of him. He's done such a great job. We support our people. We love them. Especially, you know, the crew. Love, love, love. Also, no saddle. All right. You want to cosplay Jon Snow? Do it. People ask me all the time if they should. Do it. We live in a very unpredictable world. And there's a lot of stressors. If there's something you could do that will make you happy, that doesn't hurt anyone, and is fun, then do it. You have no reason not to. You don't have to spend a lot of money to cosplay either. Here's a hint. If you want to cosplay Jon Snow, do you want to know how they made his original fur? IKEA rugs. Get creative. Yep, they were IKEA rugs. Very interesting. They look fantastic. I think they were brushed out a bit. I don't know what that means. I really don't. Not a clue. But have fun with that. All right. Ooh, I like this. Oh, God. Not the thirst traps. Somebody said if Sheep Stealer were a human, I feel like he would steal people's phones. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We're talking House of the Dragon Season 3, also Game of Thrones, or Night of the Seven Kingdoms, or A Song of Ice and Fire. What I have pinned right here is Fire and Blood. That is the book that inspired House of the Dragon. It is on TikTok Shop for $10.99. It is a very good book. Also, I recommend Rise of the Dragon. If you click there, it should be a list of things. There's also a really cool dragon egg in the list that I own, and it lights up. It's really cool. I highly recommend the dragon egg. Sheep should be the guy that where's my hug at? I agree with that. I don't think he would steal phones. I mean, yeah, he does. All right, okay. Bree's right. He does look sneaky in that picture. It's a it's a really cool dragon egg. I wish I could see. Like, it lights up, like, in between the scales. You can't see it because of the ring light, but it does. And it lights up in the front. You can kind of see it like that. It pulsates. Hello. Oh, I've done a lot of cosplays. I don't think he would snatch them, but if one was left in the bathroom, he'd keep it. Chelsea, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right on that one, definitely. And that's hilarious. I've cosplayed other characters from Game of Thrones. I've done Marjorie, Sansa, Cat, Jon. And I've done a lot. I have playlists. If you go to my profile, there are playlists. I've done a lot of Star Wars cosplays too, and Lord of the Rings. It's a lot. Marvel, all sorts. A lot. Yeah, if I made a list, it would take me a long time. A really long time. All right, that's just funny though. He would steal phones. Okay, what else do we have? That's a cool dragon picture, but another complaint. Another complaint about the costumes. I like this. This is cool. Somebody made this. I don't know who made it there. Somebody made a 50-year-old Balerion and then 190. I love this. Like, he's aged, but like, he doesn't have like Vhagar's hangy neck thing. Like, his neck is bigger, but it doesn't look like it might need plastic surgery. I like this. This is pretty artwork. I don't know who made it. It doesn't say. It definitely is giving Drogon's dad, which some people think. I usually say it's probably Vermithor, but we don't have any confirmation on that at all. There's not a whole lot that we know about dragon family tree. There's a few, but it's mostly guessing. Now, we do know, like, Syrax's offspring. Okay, that's hilarious. What else do we have? We're looking at some grievances. Or cool artwork, it depends. Whatever. Just depends. Oh my god, another costume complaint. That's comparing them to the White Princess. The White Princess is good. Oh my god. Brie, somebody said, look, that's what it's going to be next. So there's some drama about the Targaryen sigil, if you don't know. Whoever made that's hilarious. So the Targaryen sigil, if you click down here, there's a Targaryen flag on TikTok Shop that is correct. From the author himself, the dragon has 3 heads and 2 feet. That is it. That is the gospel. House of the Dragon has 3 heads and 4 feet, which is incorrect. Recently, they've had flags in season 3 that have 3 heads and 3 feet. I don't really have words for that. It's a dragon with 3 heads and 2 feet. I mean, that's about all I could say. So that is a joke that it's just going to be 3 heads and a foot. Sorry, that's funny. And it might happen. It's totally fine. I mean, get it right. I'm so glad somebody noticed that. I love that. Okay, so I talked about this the other day. There's been some irritability with Lady Jane and the Eyrie. If you'll remember in Game of Thrones, it's Kat's sister who is at the Eyrie with Sweet Robin. All right, so in the above picture, that is Kat's sister Eliza. And that is the throne. Now, it's not a throne anymore post-conquest, but it used to be when everyone was kings and queens and the kingdoms were separate. All right, this is what people are mad about. This is House of the Dragon, and you can see right here we have Lady Jane, and she's actually on the throne in the Eyrie. Why are people angry about this? Well, there's a couple reasons. One is that they did not show Rhaenyra on the Dragonstone throne while she was at Dragonstone. There's some criticism. People feel like Rhaenyra was not shown that she was actually, like, she was in, like, her role as heir at Dragonstone, handling business. The people that are irritated about that, I'm pretty sure that wasn't shown on purpose, so that now what we're having happen right now would make sense. Because if you show her to be a capable ruler at Dragonstone, it doesn't make sense that she's having such a difficult time at King's Landing. Do I like it? Not necessarily, but I think that's why. She's pretty much been shown as somebody that's confused, afraid, and nervous, overwhelmed. So if she was shown to be a capable leader at Dragonstone, thank you, Brie. It would be like, well, what happened? Because you were doing that. Also, I don't want anyone else to sit the Dragonstone throne other than Daenerys. What? I don't know where that came from. But okay, so there's also some drama going on with wardrobe with Lady Jane Eyre. Okay. This is a very lavish outfit. There's a rumor it is Dior. Christian Dior. So there are people irritated that costume budget was given to Jane. I'm very much looking forward to Aegon's conquest. She's had enough disrespect thrown her way, seriously. Yes, Aegon's conquest is it's been greenlit. They had a team working on a movie version, thank you, and a team working on a series. And they decided to go with the film version. I'm sure there's several reasons, but I will tell you why I feel good about it. The showrunner for Aegon's Conquest is the showrunner from House of Cards, which I enjoyed watching very much. House of Cards is a very political show. It's great. I think I've watched it like 3 times. So thank you, Hollywood. I think with a very capable showrunner and the fact that they did fully explore both options, it makes me feel like we're gonna get a really good movie. Some people are concerned that there's not enough time. I would rather have a capable showrunner and have some things cut than to have what we have with one of the series that is currently on. A showrunner that ignores source material and is disrespectful to the creator. Thank you, Hollywood. I appreciate it. So, I think Ira Parker is the showrunner for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. He's done very well. The first season was received incredibly well, and it has much less budget than House of the Dragon. I think word has gotten out. If you are respectful to the source material and the creator, it usually goes better. Funny enough. So I have high hopes for Aegon's conquest. I do. I'm not worried about it. I'm not. I think it'll go very well. And I look forward to it a lot. Hello, how are you? We were talking about House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, and Night of the Seven Kingdoms, A Song of Ice and Fire and Blood, which is the book that House of the Dragon is loosely based on. That is correct. It is right down here on TikTok Shop for $10.99. If you click down there, you also see some other things, like the skull of Balerion the Black Dragon, which I highly endorse. So there's a list of cool stuff. It's basically what it is. It's a list of cool stuff that's on TikTok Shop. Now it's just pretty much a whole bunch of pictures of Drogon, and I have no problem with that at all. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. All right, we got a behind the scenes picture of Ryan Condal and Emma Darcy. Okay, look. Finally. Jesus Christ. Look at this. That is decent. I hope. Shit. You know what's gonna happen? That's just, damn it. I got excited. I bet they're going to put the dark filter on this and it's not going to show this color because this is behind the scenes. Brie, I bet it's an outfit she's going to wear. This could be her coronation outfit. And I bet they're going to dull it down. Damn it. I'm going to be pissed. Hell, at least the cut of it's better. Oh God, her hair looks better too. This is by far the best she's looked. The braid is way better. Look. That's just better. Can we keep this, please? No crown there. No, I've never seen Love Witch. What is that? Same, Jessica, same. Like, she still has a lot of flyaways and stuff, which is fine. But... oh my God, look, that's a fan. You know why? Do you know how hot it is wearing those costumes? I do. Jeez. That's why I don't wear season 7 or 8 in the summer. Ugh. Even under air conditioning. Okay, well, I'm hopeful for that. Again, though, what am I hopeful for? I'm hopeful for a red leather outfit that doesn't look awful. Like, come on. Come on. It's pitiful that, like, that excites me. Like, she's the queen, man. She's a Targaryen. I just want her to look decent. Make Rhaenyra look decent. Okay. What else? See, we're not, like, doing, like, spoilers, really. We're just talking about, like, little things. I like that. Oh, yeah, I don't want to look at that. I don't like the depressing thing. Yes, I know it's going to be depressing. Okay, I got you. Jesus, that... House Valerian, House Targaryen, and House Celtigar. What did House Celtigar do to this person? That's oddly specific. Okay. Damn. I wasn't aware that they had pissed off that many people. That's just funny to me. All right, whatever you say. What's that? Oh God, I don't want to look at that. It's a dragon eating another dragon. I'm not really into that. Okay. Again, another costume appreciation or costume, why not? Yeah, I'm not really, I've never really been into that. I'm not into too many cartoon shows. I pretty much hyperfixate on the same stuff. And just dig myself deeper and deeper in that like a tick. At least I'm honest. Another costume appreciation. Yes, Cersei looks wonderful, but you know what I'm talking about. All right. Way before everyone else had him, we did. And he was Oberyn, and no one else could have played Oberyn like he did. Really, Chelsea? I'm so happy. Cersei and Oberyn would have been a good couple. You know, they're like besties in real life. They're very close. They're friends, which is adorable. How could you not be? Okay, that's just funny. Okay. And on this note, yes, they are. Someone went to McDonald's and made dragons sort of out of their chicken nuggies and fries. Okay? I fully endorse this. Probably should have put a tail, but on that note, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a very fun night. I'm so glad you enjoyed hanging out in Rhaenyra's Red Keep. Thank you. And don't worry, we'll keep this for the duration. We still have 5 more episodes that we're going to enjoy. It is my time to go because my Drogon, Gumdrop, if you know, you know, is telling me that she needs to go outside. So I shall take my leave of you. And I do want to remind you that this is my podcast. We have a new episode every week going over each episode of House of the Dragon Season 3. You can find my podcast anywhere you listen. Or you can just go to the website. It's that. You can search anywhere. Link in my bio and all that jazz. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Special thank you to my moderators who are always busy. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the support. I appreciate it very much. I hope you know that. And I will see you guys possibly tomorrow. Definitely Sunday. Sunday I will go live before the episode airs. Well, before it airs for some people. So it's a pre-game for some people. It's an after show for others. It's always a good time. And I will definitely see you then on Sunday. So everyone be safe. Okay. Thank you for that. From Clearwater. All right. On that note, goodbye, everyone.